Welcome to video 8 in the iPad Essentials series. This video addresses how iTunes U can be used in the classroom. And whether you are looking at iTunes U for yourself to bump up your understanding of the content, or whether you're looking at it for engaging students in content, or even if you're ready to try to dive in and create your own iTunes U course, this is another one of the iPad's areas that is just really evolving, and people are getting more and more content loaded, and there are complete courses within their catalog, and a lot of it is just free. There's lectures, videos, books, but let's just go ahead and look at some variety here. These are 4 iTunes U courses that I've checked out. The one that I'm going to show you on my iPad here is actually how you can look at using iTunes U and how you can create your own iTunes U course. There are other courses that I've used to build up my own understanding of science, and so I've used courses from the Open University, which is fantastic. They have really quality courses to work with. And then I have 2 that are loaded that are created for students, a 4th grade classroom and a 7th grade classroom. So once you have loaded iTunes U, you'll see that this is my iTunes U courses, and it looks right now like I'm very busy. I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 7 courses running at once. The little blue notification tells you how many announcements or posts are being given on them. And so this first one here is creating iTunes U courses. And what you'll notice once you open it up on the right hand side is you have your information about the course, the instructor or who created the course, and a little bit of an outline telling you what's going to be involved in the course. Each individual post is what you would look at for learning. And so the very first one is setting up an iTunes U site, and this would explain to me how I would apply for access, how I would set up Apple IDs, but each one of these is basically, like in a course, notes that you would take. Inside of it, sometimes they have reading that they would like for you to do, and what you would do is you'd click on this and it takes you to a web link. But not only do courses have web links in them, but they also sometimes have videos that they've loaded to give you even more information. And so you have your posts, you have the notes that you can take as you go through it. These would be notes that you on your own take. And then you also have the materials that come with the course. So if I want to just go back and maybe find that one video that I watched, but I can't remember exactly what section, I can go into my materials and look at what was involved in this course. Once I have worked, if you notice up in the top right hand corner, there are subscription settings. If I'm done with it and I don't want to receive it anymore, I can mark them all as viewed or unviewed. If there's something that I've done, I can go ahead and email, print, tweet, whatever. And that's like just an example of how a course is set up. But you can see there are courses available for everything from 4th grade solar system to 7th grade science and poetry. And many of these are created by just regular classroom teachers that would like to have a format for presenting content. And within each one of these sections, a student would go in and they would read the information. Maybe they have some activities over here that they have to complete. This would be a document that would load to their iPad. This is a video that they would watch. And when they're done with each activity, they would just go ahead and put a check mark there. As the teacher has given them the course, they would see the students that are working through the course, and it will show in their list what the students have done so far. Going back, this is actually a course that I created for my 5th graders. So what they saw when they opened up their iPads and when they pulled in my course is that they had 9 activities that they had to complete. And within it, here are all the activities that they would do. This is their final assessment that I asked them to do, is create an EduCreations video or a Show Me video. And then the materials would show up back here. These are all screenshots, web links, videos that I asked them to work with. And so you as an educator can create courses, or you can simply find courses. All of these, other than the sun and the stars, were ones that I actually found by going to the catalog. So when you first open up iTunes U, there's nothing here, but when you go into the catalog, you can pull in what you're looking for. And it looks really, really similar to iBooks because it is set up really similar to iBooks. You do have your K-12 section. You do have new courses, spotlighting. I mean, these are the featured ones for a while. But then you also have different categories down here that you could look at. It really depends. You could go through this way, or you could use the categories up at the top. Maybe you're looking at art and architecture, and they'll give it to you in this format. If you want to look for a specific K-12 school, you can go through and you can look for a school in here. But also you can look the universities and colleges. And as I mentioned, there were a couple of courses that I've, as an educator, taken just to brush up on my understanding of science. So if you're not really interested in using this with the whole class right away, it would be a really good idea to pull in a course on your own. You work your way through a course, complete the activities, do the assignments, learn how to, go through the process, and then have your students maybe go through one with you. And who knows, by the end, you may be creating your own course. But let's say that I am looking for a course, and I'm working with poetry. So we'll go ahead and search for any poetry, and this will give you all the iTunes U courses that have been created for poetry, and maybe I'm looking for English poetry. So it'll give me any course that has something to do with English poetry here, and there are specific episodes that I can pull down up here. These are the actual courses: Poetry Slam students, English writers. You can go through here, materials, and here are more courses down here. So let's say I want to look at what this one is. English 8, Valley Christian School. And ratings and review. Looks like it has 6 ratings so far. Looks like it's rated fairly well. Go back into the details, read a little bit about what this course entails. The course outline is here, so I can go ahead and see what they would be working on. And then I can look at specific areas within it, and maybe just pull a couple of things that I'm interested in. But if I am interested in this and I'd like to check it out, I can go to subscribe and I can get the course. Once I submit my information, there we go, it'll go ahead and pull that course in for me. And as it pulls that course in for me, it pulls in all the assignments, all the required readings, all the activities, and you can see that that course has 77 different posts to it. And on the left side of the screen you can see my notebook. Here are the posts, all 77 of them. You'll notice that the dates are there, and it looks like the last time something was submitted was last week. So you could go backwards to the very first post all the way down at the bottom, down here, and the introductory video is down here at the bottom. But then you can also look at what are these specific assignments. So this will tell you in this English 8 iTunes U course, what will you be looking at doing. What you'll notice too is when you do complete some assignments, whoops, that That's not what I wanted to do. I'll go back into, double click, go back into iTunes U. Once you do complete some of the coursework, let's say I complete all of these assignments, and I go back to my library. Let's see here. It will then show me, oh, it's checking towards the bottom here. It's trying to switch over. It'll show you what you have completed in the end. So let me just go back into one more to show you just how cool these can get. This 7th grade science book was created for 7th graders, and you can see the posts that they're looking at, designing and conducting an investigation. These are their standards that they have listed there, going right in line with what they have to be teaching. Looking at, if we go into just one of them, different, here we go, construct an explanation. So these could be activities that they have to email back to you. And if you'll notice, they have all the different animations in here. Just really, really cool. It's taking what you probably would be showing them in class and packaging it really, really well for them. You'll also notice in the top left-hand corner, this one has a calendar attached to it, whoops, and more. So my suggestion would be to, as an educator, jump into iTunes U, pull a course down for yourself, and just surf around, because this is an ever-growing area for educators to find content in. So you will find, even in a month, so many more people have contributed to this resource for you and your students. Have fun.